Hi, we're continuing with Stat 221 Week 01 worksheet. So in this worksheet, we'll also be presenting mathematical and statistical concepts with very nice typeset formulae like these. Here is a summation as I goes from 1 through 5 of I, which is just a fancy way of writing 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Which is just 15. Here is a product, a multiplication from 3 to 6, and here is the combination n choose k, which is n factorial divided by k factorial times n minus k factorial, and so on. We will see limits, and we will also see various symbols and mathematical expressions. Here is a nice interactive visualization written by Harald Schilly. And this is e to the minus x sine of x in blue, and its higher and higher order Taylor approximations in green. So here is an interactive visualization of stock market data that's grabbed live from the last 52 weeks, and the gray line here is actually a smooth spline fit to this actual raw data. These are the Apple stocks, and here are some statistics. If we want, we can go and grab, say, Google's data, stock data, and here are the stock prices for Google. So when the bar is green on the left, that just means the cell is active, so we're actually fetching data, and there we are. We have Google, and here is the Google data, and the price is 569.99 right now. So this is a very nice feature of Sage. We can actually go out into the internet and fetch data. Here is an environmental data of carbon dioxide concentrations from 1958 to 2009. So this is fetched from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Association of the US, and you can see that the carbon dioxide concentration is increasing. And if you want to zoom in the last 10 years, for instance, then you can see exactly what the concentration is. Alright, that concludes our introduction to Sage and this course on Monte Carlo methods using Sage. The next set of material will focus on numbers, strings, and booleans. Hi, this is our first week's lecture from Monte Carlo Methods. Here we will get an introduction to numbers, strings, and booleans. The main objective of this lab is to start by showing you some of the basic numeric capabilities of Sage. There are basic things you need to know about Sage. First of all, a worksheet cell is the area enclosed by a gray rectangle, something like this. Here is your gray rectangle, and this rectangle is called a cell. Once you click into that cell, it's covered by a blue outline, and you can evaluate the cell by hitting Shift and Return, or you can evaluate the cell by pressing the Evaluate button underneath the cell. So you may type any expression you want to evaluate into a worksheet cell. We've already put some expressions into this worksheet for you to play around. When you're in a cell, you can evaluate the expression in it by pressing Shift Enter or by clicking the Evaluate button below the cell, as I just showed you. To start with, we are going to be using Sage like a handheld calculator. Let's perform the basic arithmetic operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentiation, and remainder operation over 3 standard number systems. So these number systems are integers, and integers are denoted by Z, a funny Z like that, and the worksheet is hyperlinked heavily into Wikipedia, so if you don't really know what an integer is, which you really should, but you can always click this and find out. Let's go back. The second set of standard numbers is the rational numbers, denoted by Q, and the third one is the real numbers, denoted by R. Okay, so the real number line is going to be forming the basic number systems for us. So let's get our fingers dirty with some numerical operations in Sage. Before we proceed, note that anything after the pound key or the hash key symbol is a comment. So everything following this hash key is a comment, and it's ignored by Sage. That the comments help programmers to know what's going on. Example 1 is integer arithmetic. So now try evaluating the cell containing 1 plus 2 below by placing the cursor in the cell and pressing Shift Enter. Now we can modify the expression and evaluate it again. For example, let's try 3 plus 4. That's 7. Okay, that's great. Now we can subtract 4 from 3. That's 3 minus 4, and that is -1. So that's how you do basic addition and multiplication operations in Sage. Here's a multiplication operation. 2 times 6 is 12, so multiplying 2 by 6, and we're dividing 15 by 5. So that's pretty easy. If you want to try dividing 25 by 5, you can do that as well. Now let's move on to the exponentiation operation. So exponentiating 2 by 3 is nothing but raising 2 to the third power, and that's 8. And we use this caret symbol for exponentiation. Now, being able to find the remainder after division is surprisingly useful in computer programming and Monte Carlo methods in particular, and the remainder is obtained by using the percentage symbol. So remainder after 11 is divided by 3 is 2, because 3 3s are 9, and 11 minus 9 is 2. Another way of referring to this is 11 modulus 3, which evaluates to 2. So the percentage sign is called the modulus operator. This is a good time to pause the video and go through the U tries. Here is a U try. It tells you what to do. So you want to try typing in and evaluating some expressions of your own. Take a break, pause the video, and come back to it when you're finished with the U tries. Okay. Now let's move on to example 2. Example 2 is about operator precedence for evaluating arithmetic expressions. Sometimes we want to perform more than one arithmetic operation with some given integers. Suppose we want to divide 12 by 4, then add the product of 2 and 3, and finally subtract 1. Perhaps this can be achieved by evaluating the expression 12 over 4 plus 2 times 3 minus 1, all in these quotation marks. But could that also be interpreted as divide 12 by the sum of 4 and 2 and multiply the result by the difference of 3 and 1? So the point is, there are multiple ways of interpreting a sequence of arithmetic operations. So in programming, there are rules for the order in which arithmetic operations are carried out. This is called the order of precedence. The basic arithmetic operations are plus, minus, multiplication or asterisk, and the modulus operator or the percentage sign, division, and the caret symbol. The order in which operations are evaluated are as follows. Exponents are evaluated right to left first. Then multiplication, modulus, and division are evaluated left to right. Finally, addition and subtraction are evaluated left to right. When operators are at the same level in the list above, what matters is the evaluation order. Okay. So operator precedence can be forced using parentheses. This is what I typically do when I'm not aware of exactly what the precedence rules are. Sometimes they can change a little bit from program to program, or a programming environment to another. So we can put parentheses to force these operations to happen in the way we want. So here we are dividing 12 by 4, then we are adding the product of 2 and 3, and finally subtracting 1. So if I evaluate it, I get 8. However, if I do 12 over 4 plus 2 times 3 minus 1, due to the operator precedence in this expression, it evaluates identically to the parenthesized expression above. So operator precedence can be forced by using nested parentheses. So when our expression has nested parentheses, that is one pair of parentheses inside another pair, the expression inside the innermost pair of parentheses is evaluated first. So in this case, 4 plus 2 is the innermost parentheses, because 4 plus 2 parentheses is inside this outer parentheses. So here 4 plus 2 will get evaluated first, so that should be 6, and then 12 divided by 6 is 2, and 3 minus 1 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. So we should get 4. Once again, this is a great time to pause the video and go through these U-tries by yourself. I'll give you some time to do that now. Finally, I've linked in some YouTube videos from the Khan Academy. If you want to jog your memory on the order of operations and precedence, please practice and look at these nice videos from the Khan Academy. All you have to do is simply hit this play button, and you will get these video tutorials from YouTube.